One of our three deceivers was once accused of poisoning someone. You can tell us who you think it is by voting along in the chat. Now let's find out who's telling the truth and who is a chump. Welcome to Chump, everybody, the Rooster Teeth game show all about lying and deception. I'm your host, Jeremy Dooley, and this episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Protect your online privacy today by heading to expressvpn.com/RTTV. Now, it's time to introduce our cast of lying deceivers today, starting with deceiver number one, Brian Garr. Hey!
Hi, I'm a liar. I'm a big fat liar.
Deceiver number two, Larry Manavina. Welcome
Whoa,
back.
did you think I was Tom Holland Spider-Man? Because if you did, you just got chumped.
He did it. He's not even a wizard right now. And deceiver number three, David Jen. Welcome, David. God, nice quality camera. Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
Look at the blur in the back. I love it. Now only two people can sort out whether or not these three are telling the truth or telling the lie. The first being today's contestant, Elise Willems. Welcome,
hey, everybody,
welcome.
You're about to get Larried.
Damn. All right. Well, the words have been thrown down now. It is now all on. We have some new faces here on Chump in both Brian and David. Have never been on the show before. And so Elise, looking across at these three liars, how are you feeling going into this? How well do you know any of these three? What do you think? Confident?
Well, first of all, none of them are looking me in the eye, which I can already tell sets, a tone here. Brian, what I know from Brian, I only know from his stand-up special on Amazon. Okay, this is all I've learned. I know that this is a man with the confidence to tell, do a five minutes worth of Street Fighter jokes. Okay, so he's going to be here today. He's going to be playing me like fiddle. Larry, his nickname's Shifty. What does that say? What does that say? And David, we have been Twitter friends for some time. Read every post that he makes. Is that enough?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Some would
for
say
that.
too much. Some would say too much, and you need to stop
a lot.
these.
And that's going to come in handy big time in one of our upcoming games. But before we can get there, we got to start things off with the classic Chump game, which is, of course, pushing the envelope. I need to invest in orange envelopes. I've got these three red ones, which don't fit the aesthetic of the show, and I'm going to shuffle them up, and then each one contains a true fact about one of our three deceivers. So one about each of them. I'm going to shuffle them up and redistribute them. So they might get their own fact or they might get someone else's. Elise is going to question each of them for 60 seconds about the fact that they received. If it's theirs, they answer those questions truthfully. If it's someone else's, they lie and try to get Elise to think that that fact is indeed about them. And at the end of the game, Elise needs to tell me which of them is telling the truth and which of them is lying. Audience, you work a little differently, but we'll get to that after we distribute the facts. Starting with Brian. Brian has been accused of poisoning someone. Brian has been accused.
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. No, don't give anything away, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we can't get off to the races so quickly here. Larry. A porn star once offered to manage Larry's career. A porn star once offered to manage Larry's career. And David once took a road trip to see the snow, the desert, and an ocean within a single day. Snow, desert, ocean in a single day. All right, those are your three facts. Now, audience, so Elise is going to be questioning each of them for 60 seconds about the facts that they received, but you are voting on one fact in particular, which is who once had a porn star offer to manage their career. Larry is claiming that this is about him. After the questioning, you can decide, do you believe Larry or do you think it's about Brian? Do you think it's about David? You can get your votes in the chat. There'll be nice buttons you can click on. And if you're on mobile, you just type hashtags into the chat. #1 for Brian, #2 for Larry, #3 for David. But that's only on mobile. Otherwise, there's nice clear buttons you can click. You can change your vote at any time. It's real easy. Elise, who would you like to question first?
David.
Ooh, starting with David. All right, David took the road trip to see the snow, desert, and an ocean within a single day. 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
I've always wanted to do this. How was it?
It was really fun. It's a long drive. Took hours, plenty of hours, but it was pretty.
What state were you in when you did this?
California.
What cities did you go to?
For the snow, Big Bear. For the desert, Joshua Tree. And for the ocean, Los Palos Verdes. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, Palos Verdes. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. Man of many tastes, David. And were you alone?
I was alone, yes.
Why were you alone?
It's kind of like a meditative drive, right? It's kind of like a mental health day for me.
I get that. What day of the week was it?
I can't remember what day of the week, but I know it's Christmas Day.
Ooh.
It was Christmas Day?
It was Christmas Day.
Oh my gosh.
Elise, like flabbergasted, like the mouth.
Yeah, let me
open,
just drop that bombshell on you in that last second.
So many more questions.
Wow.
Okay.
The desert on Christmas. That must be so cool. All right, that is your question for David. Who would you like to question next?
Just gonna go down the line. I'm gonna go Larry.
Gonna go Larry. Right.
Before we start, I know that the chat can use #2 for me. Can they also use #pornstar Larry?
Okay, so Elise, you're going to question Larry for 60 seconds, and audience, you're going to pay extra close attention to this one, because this is the story you are voting on. Once had a porn star offer to manage his career. 60 seconds on the clock to question Larry. Ready, get set, go.
Do you think #pornstar Larry is the most effective hashtag to discuss this story?
I certainly hope so. I mean, #almost pornstar Larry, #porn managed Larry, also good work.
I gotcha. Was this a male or female or etc.?
It was a female. She's not like super well known. I believe she goes by Mindy Rhodes, or at least she did when I knew her.
What aspect of your career did she want to manage?
It was just kind of like being able to negotiate rates. I was like just getting started out in media, not in pornography. And I met her at like a company Christmas party kind of deal. She was a friend of
Which company?
the people that it's my buddies, Rafe Smith, who don't really exist anymore. They made Crunch Time for Rooster Teeth.
Never saw it.
Oh, it's good. You should watch it.
I can't confirm or deny any of this.
Shut that one down right away.
Oh, geez.
No.
Oh, God.
Never even crossed my radar.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
This is the one I'm afraid of. This is the one I'm afraid of here. Brian, coming up.
As you well should be. Yeah. Terrifying person to question. But
Let's
you have
go.
60 seconds to question Brian about having been accused of poisoning someone. So 60 seconds on the clock here. Ready, get set, go.
You're trapped in
What
this
poison
box
was
with
it,
me.
you monster.
It was peanut butter. It was alleged. My roommate claimed he had a peanut allergy. I didn't believe him. I didn't think that was a real thing. So I was making peanut butter sandwiches, and I made him one, and he took one bite, and he was like, "Dude, is that peanut butter?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I can't have this." And then I learned what an EpiPen was that day. So it was a big day in college.
Did you inject him with the EpiPen?
No, it wasn't like Pulp Fiction or anything. I didn't have to like draw a marker thing on his boob and boom. But no, he did it. It was cool, and like he was fine.
So he hadn't told you about this allergy beforehand?
No. We were roommates,
And he-
but I didn't like. I was like making. We had a thing where like every other week somebody would make dinner, and I didn't really cook, so I just made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He's alive. It's fine. He's not dead.
When you say you didn't believe the peanut allergy, do you mean you didn't believe he had a peanut allergy, or just that anyone could have a peanut allergy?
I never heard of those. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I have an allergy to milk too. Yeah,
Cool, eat the peanut.
Boy, don't give me that. I'm gonna die. I just thought he was being dramatic. He's kind of a dramatic person.
In shock, Brian's like, "Oh, suck it up. Come on."
Yeah, and then he started sort of turning purple, so I realized that there might be a little something to this peanut allergy.
Something to it. All right. Before audience, this is your last chance to change your vote now. Remember, you're voting on who once had a porn star offer to manage their career. Larry is claiming it is about him. Do you believe him, or do you think it's about Brian? Do you think it's about David? Last chance to change your votes right now. Elise, before we lock anything in, after hearing all of those stories, is there anyone you're totally not believing, or do they all sound kind of believable in their own way?
They all did a pretty good job of telling these stories, and I'm trying to use other context clues I know about them to piece this together. This is a tough one.
Yeah, there's a very, very talented... A chat coming in. Come on, you can't be throwing shade at how people are questioning.
How dare you?
How dare you? I will say, yes, when we did hear all the stories at first, the first thing I saw someone say is they were like, well, these are all Larry. That was one of the first things I saw. People, it's easy to believe stuff about Larry, for sure. But, audience, we're now locking in your vote for the first game. Thank you very much. Reminder, audience, if you get this right, it is 2 points for you for getting this correct. And then after we lock in all of Elise's answers, basically, if Elise gets 2 right, she gets a point. If she gets 3 right, she gets 2 points, and then vice versa for the deceivers. So, audience, now that you're locked in, it's time to go down the line and get all of Elise's answers. Starting with Brian. Brian claimed to have been accused of poisoning someone. Elise, was Brian telling the truth or telling a lie?
I think Brian, with his silver tongue right out the gate, just not even right there, he said, "You're in this box. You're trapped in this box with me," and that set the tone for the interview.
That's right.
And
It was aggressive.
he monopolized the interrogation. He wanted me to think there was a roommate. He wanted me to think there was peanut butter. The estimation on Brian's part that I wouldn't think that this roommate would do a sweep of this apartment of any peanut butter product is insulting to my entire. I'm going to say this is a lie.
Do you want to lock that? I mean, it was a long spiel to not lock it in, but do you want to lock that in?
I will lock it. I don't know what to do on this show. I will lock it in.
Let's lock in. All right. Locked in as a liar. On to Larry. A porn star once offered to manage his career. Was Larry telling the truth, or was Larry telling a lie?
Larry,
The
Larry,
slow
Larry.
shit.
What do you think, Elise? Let's get down to
Put it in your pipe and smoke it, Larry. We traveled the country together. We shared experiences that 2 people on a bus rarely do. And you sat there and you lied to my face, Larry. Lock it in.
When I
Got
lied
it.
to you?
Locked in Larry as a lie. Got it. Larry as a liar. On to David, who took the road trip to see the snow, the desert, and an ocean within a single day. Is David telling the truth, or is David telling a lie?
Now,
Dana
Elise,
was quite delightful. Yeah, I thought that was actually a pretty. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say, David?
oh no, I was gonna say keep in mind that I work on a show that deals with a lot of weird food.
That's true.
Oh.
That is
Oh, is he trying to convince?
true.
Oh. How does that sway your answer?
I mean, he told me a delightful story of a beautiful day and some soul searching, and I have to believe it. I have to believe it in my heart. I need to believe that story was true and that David was telling me the truth.
Lock it in. Lock it in, David, as telling the truth. All
I didn't
right,
convince you,
before
huh?
You did.
Didn't work, hey.
I think that detail at the end of it being the saddest Christmas ever, I think really
Right,
sold the story.
Right. It's just, oh man. Before we see the full answers, we need to see what the audience voted. Audience, who once had a porn star offer to manage their career? Let's see what you thought. They thought it was Brian, so they actually thought Larry was lying there.
I don't
David is
even know
too
what
innocent.
porn is. Yeah.
David is too innocent.
Everyone in here thinking I'm deceiving the entire
Right,
audience and Elise. I would never lie to Elise. Never.
Everyone thinking Larry's a liar. Let's go down the line, starting with Brian. Brian claims to have been accused of poisoning someone. Elise thought he was telling a lie. I can reveal that Brian was telling a lie. Yes, correct, Elise. You got that one. You got that one right. One
Too
for
aggressive.
one.
You're right.
came in swinging. Number 2, Larry, the truth-telling Matavina porn star once offered to manage my career. You thought he was telling a lie, and I can reveal that Larry was indeed telling a lie. You also got that one.
I'm so
correct.
sorry. The game made me do it.
We were on the bus, Larry.
I know. I felt so bad the entire time.
2 for 2. And then on to David, the road trip to see the snow, desert, and ocean within a single day. You thought David was telling the truth, and I can reveal that David was telling the truth. Elise, you nailed it. 3 for 3.
David.
Very well done. So yes, Brian and Larry had their stories switched. Larry was the one accused of poisoning someone, and
I knew
Brian
it.
was the one who had a porn star once offered to manage his career. Both stories, and also more details on David's Christmas Day lonesome road trip. We
You're
will
like
get.
Paddington.
It's not sad. Trust me, it's not sad.
Okay, all right. We'll get more details on all of those stories in our post show Chump Change, which is only for first members. So make sure to check that out. But that means at the end of this game, the contestant has 2 points and the audience has 2 points. Deceivers trailing at the moment, but there are still 4 points up for grabs for the Deceivers in the remainder of this game. So there's still a lot of ground to make up here. This episode of Chump is brought to you by Honey. It's easier than ever to shop online, and thanks to Honey, it's easier than ever to find extra savings on all the products that we need. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Now, I know you've been in this situation before because I have been in this situation before. When I get to the checkout site, whenever I'm buying something online and it says, put in your promo code, and I think to myself, all right, I'll just type into the search engine real quick, promo codes for the site. And then I try like 5 or 10, and they always have the big words. It's like, this one works. And you try it and it doesn't work. And it says, this one expired, blah, blah, blah. You end up trying a bunch and then just giving up eventually. Honey deals with all of that. It tries the codes for you. It finds the one that works. It does it almost instantly. And it's completely free. So it's definitely worth your time doing that to save money and save the time searching for these codes. It supports over 30,000 stores online, ranging from tech and gaming product sites to popular fashion brands. It even helps save on food delivery, which we're all getting right now. Who wants to go outside? No one. That's who. The over 17 million members that use Honey have made over $2 billion in savings. That's a lot of money to save. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. So thank you. Thank you for supporting Chump by doing that. A free way to support the show. Who doesn't love that? I hope you do. I never recommend something I don't use. I use Honey, and you should get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/chump. That's joinhoney.com/chump. Thank you very much for saving us some money, Honey. And we'll see that right now as we move on to our next game called Out of Context. All right, now this is when Elise's encyclopedic knowledge of David's Twitter comes into play. In this game, I will be providing Elise with a social media post from one of our 3 deceivers. They will all be pretending that this social media post came from them. Elise will get 45 seconds to question each of them about this post and why they made it. What was the context? So it's only 45 seconds. It goes by quick, so keep your questions and your answers fairly short so, we can get more out there. If you take too long, I might offer Elise a bonus question, and no one wants that, except for Elise and anyone who would want that. Now, let's us see the post in question. Time to go be the most and least classy person at the company holiday party. So, all three of them are going to be claiming this is from them, but only one actually made this post. Audience, you'll be voting on who actually made the social media post using the same system as before. 1 point up for grabs for you, 1 point up for Elise. Deceivers, you get a point for fooling Elise and for fooling the audience. So 2 points up for grabs right here. Elise, who do you want to question first about this?
I'm gonna go David again.
Going David again. All right. Back to David. Time to go be the most and least classy person at the company holiday party. 45 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
How does one find time to visit the company holiday party when the ocean and the mountains and the desert are calling, David?
Well, this was not on Christmas Day.
Okay.
It was weeks before Christmas.
Notice I did not say the holiday was Christmas, David.
Oh.
Well, at our company, it was only
What?
winter holiday party. We don't have a summer one.
So this was at where you currently work?
At Mythical, yes. Yeah.
Like Mythical Morning. And why would you be not classy?
So this holiday party, there's a pool in that the venue that has a little the holiday party. As time is up, please.
No, you can answer that
I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
No, so there's a pool. And a couple of coworkers have planned, like, we're gonna wear suits and be super classy. But then at some point during the holiday party, we are gonna jump into the pool with the suits on. So hence the most and least classy.
see.
Wet suits. Unclassy wet suits. Elise, who would you like to go to next?
I think I'm just going to go down the line again. I'm going to go Larry.
All right. Hey, it worked out last time. 45 seconds to question Larry. Ready, get set, go.
Larry, I've been at the holiday party with you. You've never not been classy. Why would you think so?
So this was right after David Pumpkins was a big thing. So I had like one of those Christmas related suit jackets, like Christmas David Pumpkins. But then under it, it was this t-shirt that said like, Santa don't pass me, bro. So like most classy, least classy.
Which holiday party was this? Nightmare Before Christmas themed one?
No, I think it was the one that was like the classy Christmas themed. I think there was one, and I was like, that's a stupid theme. Sorry, Rooster Teeth, bad theme. So I made it classy, but me.
I'm trying to remember this party. I would have said hello to you. Did we see each other?
We probably did. I think you were at the company at that point. Oh.
Curse.
I know what's funny is I know that party. The classy hall. Like you go, sorry, Rooster Teeth, bad idea. I remember I got the invite to that party and it said, it's a classy party where some classy. And I went, guess I'm not going. And I didn't go. All it took. All right. That leaves Brian. Yes.
Oh, he's going to start talking right away.
Yeah, he is. Time to go be the most and least classy person at the company holiday party. 45 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
Explain it to me, Brian.
Okay, but I'm just going to be sweet and non-threatening. Easy way to explain it, very quick, just in a very passive way. 2 words, tuxedo t-shirts. Boom. You know it's the truth. Most classy, least classy. Yeah. Don't I seem like a tuxedo t-shirt guy?
You would, and you make great tweets. Damn it.
No, it's over. It's over.
Which holiday party? Was this a Rooster Teeth party?
No, this was before. This was back when I was working at the newspaper here in Austin, and our company parties kind of suck, and they're all very casual because no journalist dresses up
What year
at all.
was it?
So it was 2014.
14.
Ooh, 2014.
Twitter existed then.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Now, keep in mind, I did say, I don't know if he said Twitter or not, I forget, but this is social media. It could not be Twitter.
It's Facebook.
It could be
It's
any
Brian's
social.
Facebook.
It could be Facebook. We could
Friendster.
scour
It's
Brian's Facebook.
Brian's MySpace. MySpace.
It was on my Angel Fire page. So,
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty obscure. Our producers are really good.
Now, before we lock anything in, Elise, what are you thinking going into this round? Once again, are they all convincing in a way, or do you think you caught someone in something?
It's just trying to feel out a vibe, and I don't think it's David. I don't think a man like David with such a poetic, thoughtful soul that would drive to the mountains, to the desert, to the ocean on Christmas would be like, I'm not going to be a classy person. I just can't on a fundamental level. Can't see that. Larry loves David S. Pumpkins. He wants to be David S. Pumpkins. But what I feel like I would have remembered such a memorable Larry gaffe. Brian.
True. It is the company you work at. So it sounds like it's between Brian and Larry to you at this point.
Brian was a paper man. I don't know much about Brian from his paperman days, but would he say,
No,
hey, this'll make the headlines with the guys if I do this
What a
joke?
scoop.
Yeah, it would have been
front page.
in the fun private paper that I imagine you would make just for internal use. I imagine headline would have read Brian Garr humorous
We
t-shirt
did do
gag.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Did
we
you?
did do stuff like that. Yeah.
Gosh,
Damn.
the hilarious internal
Okay.
page.
Do I call
All right,
it? Do I call it here, Jeremy? Or do
Not
I?
yet. So first, we need to
Okay.
lock in the audience. So audience, you are now locked in. No more changing your votes. Thank you for playing game number 2, and best of luck to you, Elise. It is time to get your answer. Who made this social media post? Oof.
I think it was Brian or Larry. I think I'm gonna go Brian, but he was so gentle in his. So trusted. I think I'm gonna lock in Brian.
All right.
You don't trust him when he's being aggressive.
Lock in Brian as the one who made this social media post. And now that we have that answer locked in, we of course need to see what the audience thought before we can officially reveal who made the post in question. So audience, where did your votes lie? Did you feel something similar, or did you stray away a little bit? Larry.
Well, maybe they Googled it.
Oh, yeah.
David,
that's
I
true.
love when people in the chat, when you went, we're out of time, people like, ooh, like a classic deceiver move.
Joe Biden at a debate. Well,
Yeah.
the time's
All right, so we have some difference here. So the deceivers are definitely getting a point at the end of this one. It's just, will Elise get a point, or will the audience get a point here? At least went Brian, audience with Larry. And I can reveal that the person who made the social media posting question was Larry Matavina. It was Larry. Unfortunately, Elise, the soft voice of Brian managed to fool you. And
I would
audience,
never tell a lie.
right. Like a super villain. God dang. Which means
Just forgot me, Elise. Just forgot me.
Sorry.
Oh,
It's okay.
we gotta see the post. Can we show the post right here too? We gotta see the full thing. There he is.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Yeah. Now that
wow.
I see this list looks quite familiar.
Look at that guy. Look at
Damn
that guy, Larry.
My story was true though. I just
Yeah,
didn't
it was?
tweet about it. Yeah, it
Did
was
you
true.
jump in the pool?
Tweet about it.
We did.
jumped
Yeah,
in-
there's 4 of us who jumped in the pool.
Was
With
it
full
at a
suits.
holiday party?
It was a holiday party at the hotel rooftop bar, and
Yeah,
they
this guy.
give us towels afterwards. It was a very
Where
wet
it is.
Uber ride home.
Oh God.
GMM
Yeah, man.
parties.
Listen,
Oh,
they're off.
yeah,
They're off
it gets
the
wild.
grade. It gets wild. This episode of Chump is brought to you by Babbel. For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers. Let's face it, to some of us, it was just, oh, I gotta take this class. I guess I'll take Spanish. I guess I'll take Italian. I guess I'll take whatever. But now, thanks to Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app, there's an addictively, it's a tough word. I'm not even good at my first language. Fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. I actually got into learning a second language using Babbel. I chose Spanish because I feel like that comes up a lot. I lived in Austin for a very long time. There were a lot of people there that spoke Spanish, and I just felt like knowing that was going to be a good ability to have because I could more easily connect with people that I ran into who spoke Spanish as a primary language. And, learning a second language is never a bad thing. It widens your perspectives. And you know what? To a lot of people, you're going to look like a way smarter person, even if you're not. But you learn a second language, people are like, wow, look how smart that person is. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, I am. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language. Babbel designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind, all right? We're not going to hear about how red the fire engine down at the library is, all right? These are real things that you're going to talk about, things you'll actually use in everyday life, like how to ask for directions. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent, so you'll be understandable as well. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3, in case math isn't your first language either. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code CHUMP. That's BABBEL.com, code CHUMP, for an extra 3 months for free. Babbel, it is language for life. Thank you very much, Babbel. And now, back to the show. That means at the end of that game, the deceivers get a point for fooling Elise, but the audience also gets a point. Audience so far batting a perfect game with 3 points. Elise with 2, deceivers with 1, which means that it is all to play for here. If the deceivers manage to fool both the contestant and the audience in this game, it means Elise will be the chump for this episode. But we might have a joint chump, or the deceivers might be the chump. I think the audience is pretty safe right now. So well done, guys. As we move on to our final game, which is called High School Dilemma. In this game, I'm going to give Elise one true fact about one of our 3 deceivers about their time in high school. But all 3 of them are going to be pretending that this fact is about them. Elise gets to question each of them for 60 seconds about the fact to try to determine who it is truly about. And audience, of course, you are voting on who this fact is really about. And the fact in question is one of our 3 deceivers once gave themselves a concussion during a school play. So during a school play, one of them gave themselves a concussion. 60 seconds for the questioning here. All to play for. Elise, who do you want to question first?
I'll go Larry.
Oh,
switching it up. Straight to the Larry. All right. 60 seconds on the clock to question Larry. Ready, get set, go.
What was the play in the part, Larry?
It was Godspell, and I played Herb.
Okay. What happened on stage that gave you the concussion?
So one of the big things that I got to do in the play, because I don't know if you know what Godspell is. I don't know if you know a guy named Jesus. It's a play about him. And it's like, you always kind of like mess with it. And so we were doing, it was like the parable of the prodigal son. And there was like this awning, and it was like circus themed, and it was intentionally made short because as I'm like going like bop, bop, I was supposed to like duck under it, and I just got like too excited on the Saturday performance, and I just bashed my head into it. I was okay because it's cheap plywood, but it oofed pretty hard.
Were you unconscious?
I didn't go unconscious, but I definitely did ouch, and they did have to cancel the performance.
Did you finish the play? Oh.
I couldn't. No, it was rough. Yeah.
Cancel.
Like I'm okay today, but yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, there's no lasting effects from it. Well, Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've known you.
Didn't go to
for a
sleep.
while.
Didn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Did throw up on my way to the hospital. That was rough. But-
Yeah. All right. Don't give away more than you need to, Larry.
He's giving me
Careful.
Sorry,
information
sorry.
here.
Careful.
Sorry.
Timer is up.
Cooking with gas.
Sorry.
Elise, who would you like to go to next?
Oh, David.
Going David next. All right.
Sweet
Gave
David.
himself a
Never lied to me.
concussion during a school
I
play.
wouldn't.
60 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
What play was it, David?
This was a weird play. This was a mashup between Annie and Wizard of Oz.
Okay. Did you have a part that I would recognize the role?
No, I'm one of the background dancers. I was a blade of grass.
So what happened?
So the setting was that the Wizard of Oz, right? There's forest and stuff. There's a tree branch. Basically, we were background dancing. It was during a performance of Dorothy was singing the Annie song Tomorrow. That part I remember. And I was just dancing, and then I just knocked my head on the tree branch. And I don't remember much after.
Do you think Larry was lying to me?
I don't think so. Larry is a sweet guy. I don't think he will be lying to you.
He had the details. He gave me extra information that he didn't even have to.
You sure
Well,
did?
Thank you for your honesty, David.
I love.
You're welcome.
By the way, what a bold strategy from one of our deceivers to tell us the true story, and then when Elise goes, "Is this other person tell the truth?" They go, "Yes." And a mashup of Annie and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That just
all
felt
right.
like an awkward phone call.
Yeah. And on to Brian. 60 seconds to question Brian. Gave himself a concussion during a school play. 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
Did you agree
Okay.
with the creative direction of the play, Brian?
No, I had big opinions. Big into high school theater. Yeah.
What was the play?
Noises Off. This was like 30 years ago.
I love
so
Noises Off.
Noises
I love
Off.
the movie.
Yeah.
I love the movie so much.
Oh,
So
me too.
What part
Yeah.
What part were you in Noises Off?
I wasn't a main one because it's like a bedroom farce, but I wasn't I was tiny, so I was like Tim the stagehand, like a very minor role.
Don't remember Tim the stagehand from the movie.
I think that's his name. I
unusual.
forget. Yeah.
Well, it's made up. That's why.
Well, and I had a concussion, so.
Did the play stop once you had the concussion?
No, we were walking off stage, and my friend and we just thought it'd be funny if one of us did a pratfall. So I tried to do a pratfall, but I ended up I didn't know how to do it. So I just fell backwards as hard as I can. And I just busted my fucking head on the back of the stage.
God.
And I saw stars. And then the director just came up off because we were off stage. I guess they dragged me off stage, and she was like, Miss Hart, she was like, "Are you all right?" And I said yes, but I was not. I saw stars.
Tim the stagehand
God.
Noises Off, huh?
Man.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
I'll look directly into the camera too. I can play that game. What's up?
In the stagehand.
Believable.
We got in the stagehand. We got Herb, and we got a blade of grass. Is our three parts. So
I got nothing to lose.
audience, you have this is your last chance to change your vote if you need to, and get your final votes in now for the entire show. Elise, how are you feeling before locking anything in? Anything that stuck out to you here?
I mean, Brian's so bold to go with Noises Off. The play, it's so bold. It's so bold. Not even saying, I had the Christopher Reeve part, or I had the Michael Caine part. No, he made up Timmy the stagehand.
I think it was Tim. It was like the fucking early 90s. I don't know. I don't remember the name. I wasn't even in drama. They asked me to do it.
I mean, David wouldn't lie to me, and he told me that he thought Larry was telling the truth. So his word is gospel to me.
I see. All right. Well,
Where does
before we lock
Godspell
that in,
you?
enough. Sequence spoken to. Larry.
The host is getting
audience,
annoyed.
Let's lock in your vote there, audience. Thank you very much for playing, and best of luck to you. So, Elise, you say Davin's word is gospel, but is that what you're going with? Who do you want to lock in as the person who gave themselves a concussion?
I think it's Larry. Larry's story was the most sound of the three. Brian tried adding more details. but I think it's Larry.
All right, lock that in.
My story was the most Soundheim of the three.
Lock it in.
Oh my god. I think it's
Larry had the most sound story with, and I
Oh.
quote, doot 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 loot doot doot was what he said he was doing at the time. Have impact. Audience, it is time to see what you thought. Who gave themselves a concussion during a school play? They went Brian. 43% went with Brian. Very close though. That was a very close one. 21 to 36 to 43 went with Brian. So there is once again a disparage here. And I can reveal that the person who gave themselves a concussion during a school play was Brian Gar. Brian was indeed the stagehand and tried to fall. Very well done.
When you said I love noises off, I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. Shit.
I just don't understand because Noises Off is a very adult play with very adult themes. There's a woman in lingerie running around half the time. You did that in high school?
Look, small town Texas was just a very liberal place. Anything went, it was, I don't get it because the whole thing was that people were sleeping with each other and running in and out of, and I was none of those people having any kind of fun or relationships on set. I just threw up because I bonked my head on the stage. Yes.
Oh my god.
Also, Larry, bold move by the fact is I gave myself a concussion in a play, and you said I hit my head. I was fine. I was fine now. I was like,
No, I mean, in the long term, fine. Short term,
'cause then
bad.
I'm fine now. At the end, I was like, God. And then David, is this a thing? Annie mixed with Wizard of Oz? Is that a thing, or did you just go for it?
No, I just made it up. I don't know a lot of plays. That's the only two I know, and I was like, I need a tree. I need a tree to bonk my head onto.
It was a mashup, and I was a blade of grass.
Yeah.
I like that a prop paper mache tree could give him a concussion.
Right.
Just knock him
It's
right
like-
out.
And
Well,
not
in my
even
story,
I
it was made of
grass.
actual wood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
There it is. Oh, it's a real wood tree.
Not a
Real
lot of
wood
give
tree,
to
yeah.
those.
No.
At the end of that game, that means that the audience gets another point with a perfect show for the audience, and the deceivers get a point for fooling Elise, which means there are no ties in Chump. There are simply multiple losers. So that is what we have here. Because for this episode of Chump, an audience, very well done on your part. It means everyone besides the audience, the contestant and the deceivers on this episode are going to be tonight's show. There it is. But you know what? Audience hasn't won in a while. Audience has had a rough go of it, and they batted a perfect game. I feel like this has been the redemption story of Chump. Last week, Jack won, and he's just awful. And
You should
then,
never win.
yeah, and there's been a lot of turnaround, and you love to see it. But we definitely want to hear more about the stories that we heard in this show and the ones we didn't get to hear from the Pushing the Envelope section, and just get a little more insight on what people were thinking during their lives, where some of these experiences came from, like Davin's pool holiday party, and then the true stories for Larry and Brian in the Envelope game. So if you want to see those, gotta watch our post show. Chump Change for first members only. Thank you very much for being a first member. Helps us out a lot. And of course, thank you for watching and playing along live. And a final thank you to Elise, to Brian, to Larry, to David. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. As always, let us know in the comments down below who managed to fool you this episode. And congratulations on the win, audience. You deserve it. Let us know who you want to see come up in a future episode, and we'll do our best to make it happen. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central Time, only on RTTV. Have a good one.